Yo, yo, yo! What is up, y'all? My name is Rob Donaldson, and welcome back to another edition of Rob's Best Bets. And we are once again talking about college basketball conference tournament futures. And we are on fire right now with our futures. We have a really big day ahead of us tonight where we have Georgia Southern in action. We have Jacksonville in action. We have North Alabama in action. And we have Northern Kentucky in action as well. And we'll kind of get an update on, what's going on there once those games go final. And that'll be probably on the Rob's Best Bet, just kind of daily picks video. But when we're looking at this SoCon tournament here, and full transparency, I've had some issues betting this tournament over the years because this is a league that just kind of feels chaotic and plays chaotic once a conference tournament hits. I've had one really good year where Chattanooga and Jake Stevens was kind of lingering on an injury coming into the tournament back in, 2022 or whatever that was, but I got a 10-1 or 11-1 future on Chattanooga. They made the championship game, and I got a lot of hedge value there, but outside of that, a really mixed bag betting the SoCon conference tournament. But hey, as you can see by our just general record in March, betting these conference tournaments, betting the national tournaments, just placing straight bets in general. Obviously, this is still our bread and butter, and when you're looking at this bracket here, it's a 10-team bracket, and what's really intriguing about this league, and again, this is a chaotic league from start to finish, but that 7-seed line, that first play-in game right there on Friday, constantly, that 7-seed is making the conference championship game. I can't get there with VMI personally, and it's not because I think UNCG in the next round is just such a daunting task, but VMI just in general doesn't really strike me as a conference championship caliber team, and more importantly, when I'm looking at that side of the bracket, I'm looking at that East Tennessee State versus Wofford matchup, and let's just go ahead and talk about the viable teams that I believe kind of subjectively are alive to win this conference championship game. So let's start off with Chattanooga at the 1 seed. Then we're going to go down to the 2 seed and UNCG, the 3 seed with ETSU, the 4 seed with Samford, the 5 seed with Furman, and then the 6 seed with Wofford. And that is my cut line. I think that's kind of where this tournament plays out through those 6 teams. And let's go ahead and start with our longest shot on the board here, and that's actually going to be Furman at the 5 seed line, taking on Samford in round 2, but their first game of the conference tournament. And when you're looking at Furman, Bob Ritchie's bunch really started to peak at the end of the season, which kind of makes sense for them because he's a really great coach, and they also had a lot of roster turnover coming into the year, and they are playing their best ball coming into this tournament. They're also taking on a Samford team that I think they match up really well with, and although Samford is probably going to be a trendy future pick here, I kind of think they're a shell of the team that they were last year, and for that reason, I say we go ahead and place 1.5 units on Furman, and this is 7.5 to 1 your money. Found this line over on DraftKings, and I highly recommend you guys rush over and grab it because it does kind of feel like a standalone-ish type of future line, but let's go ahead and place that for our first bet here in the SoCon Conference Tournament, and let's go ahead and go down to that 3-6 matchup for our next pick here, where we do have ETSU taking on Wofford, and like I mentioned, I was eyeballing this game because I think the winner of this game ends up going to the SoCon Conference Tournament Championship game. And when you're looking at this matchup, I do think that ETSU has a really defined edge. I was really hoping that Wofford would actually be that 7 seed and have the play-in type of game to take on UNCG next, but they're drawing ETSU. I feel like that's a really tough draw, unfortunately, and I do think that ETSU ends up winning this game, and I think they end up going to the conference championship game with a real shot to win it. So let's go ahead and take ETSU, 7 to 1 your money for 1.5 units. I grabbed this line over on FanDuel, and yeah, I feel like this is an ETSU team that could once again make the dance. Obviously, they did it with Forbes, and now I feel like they have a really great chance this year as well. And let's go ahead and cap it there. Those are the two teams. Those are the two futures that I'm wanting to ride in the SoCon this year. And hey, you know, we've had some issues betting this tournament in past years, but I really feel actually pretty confident about this year that either Furman or ETSU will emerge either from the top side or the bottom side of this bracket. And with all that being said, y'all, as I say in every single one of these videos, I appreciate the hell out of you because these are extremely niche, and obviously they don't get the same kind of viewership that, you know, my daily bets videos do, but these are awesome. These are a great way to make money. This is honestly where I think you can make the most money in the sport of college basketball, and I appreciate you guys kind of sticking with it, dropping likes on the videos, you know, and engaging with the posts on Twitter/X at my profile, RobDFB, and also just dropping comments and just letting me know that you guys are enjoying these. But with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.